The delicate and sour taste.
And I gotta say right here is a perfect example of trying each of the ingredients by themselves and then seeing how it all comes together here in the end.
The smooth and rich taste.
The pork, along with that shrimp as well, you get that sweet, the salty, and that sour. And one absolutely that's worth trying.
The sweet and gentle taste of childhood.
Who doesn't like a good piece of candy? And get a chance to try it and taste it. Feel that sweetness and all the different layers and styles and flavors that are all here within.
All can be found as culinary delights that continue to resonate here in Hue City. I am Brad Hirsch from America. Here in Vietnam, they call me Bao. I have lived here in Hue City for nearly 10 years and absolutely love this land.
Welcome everybody here to Hue City, Vietnam, the ancient imperial capital. A bustling city that has a lot to offer in terms of entertainment and food, but also we can see those ancient traditions as they echo here into the present. So on today's episode of Fine Cuisine, we're gonna dig in and see some of those beautiful cultural traditions and how they can be enjoyed to this day.
This is Phu Ha Market, a renowned wholesale market in Hue. Although it's very early in the morning, the market is already bustling with buyers and sellers, and the vibrant display of live seafood is quite striking. One of the things I truly enjoy about visiting traditional markets in Vietnam is the opportunity to purchase fresh produce every day. I visited the market with Dao Hu Quy, a Hue culture and cuisine enthusiast. Today, Quy plans to cook a dish that captures the rich flavors of ancient Hue food for me to savor. The ingredients we've gathered are quite special. Check it out. Are those jellyfish?
Con này là con nuốt ăn với mầm ruột.
Con này là nuốt, chỉ có đặc sản Huế mới có. Ruột muối chanh tỏi ớt đường là trộn lại và kẹp vị vả với rau thơm và kẹp là ăn sống nữa. Nói chung về mùa hè là ai cũng thích cái món đấy hết á.
Cái nuốt này á thì nó giống như sữa vậy, nó là công hòa về sữa, nhưng mà nó được gọi là sống ở cái vùng khu vực nước lợ, là giao nhau giữa nước mặn và nước ngọt. Nuốt này á, khi mà bảo quản á, thì sẽ phải bảo quản bằng nước muối. Mỗi bịch nuốt nha sẽ có một cái ớt. Khi mà mình ăn á, nó sẽ không bị đau bụng. Tại vì cái này á, nó sẽ có tính hàng. Có khi á, năm nay có mùa, năm sau phải nghỉ. Hoặc là 4 năm mới có một lần.
4 năm hả?
Dạ. Nên gọi là lộc trời ban. Nhưng mà khi nó đánh bắt lên á, nó không có vị gì hết.
Ok.
Nó chỉ có là cái mạc mạc trong miệng thôi. Đây, chị sẽ chỉ cho Bảo nha. Đây này là cái con nuốt một này. Đây. Đây cũng
Ok, cũng có chân nhỏ.
Đúng rồi, chân hơi nhỏ. Đây là cái phần tai này. Còn nếu mà con to thì mình sẽ sử dụng cái nuốt chân này. Đây, đây là một cái chân của nó. Người ta sẽ cắt phần này lên.
Ok. So ni có chặn nhại ở đây.
Đúng rồi, cái chân và là nuốt chân. Nuốt chân này sẽ ngon nhất. Và con nuốt này khi nó bắt lên thì người ta sẽ phải làm rất nhiều công đoạn để mới có được con nuốt như thế này. Đó.
We're heading out to pick up some additional ingredients such as rice paper, some spices, fresh vegetables, and fruit to make traditional Hue noodles with vinegar and nuoc. Shopping at the market in Vietnam is quite an interesting experience. There's plenty of opportunity to chat, haggle, and select the freshest produce. Let's take a look what we bought today. Herbs, nuoc, which adds that distinctive flavor, pork liver, rice paper, dried onions, tomatoes, sesame seeds, roasted peanuts, chili, goby fish, shrimp, and a few other ingredients. Hue people often name their dishes based on the main ingredients themselves, the method of preparation, or the resemblance to objects or animals. Bún yam nuoc is a great dish featuring vinegar, noodles, nuoc, and sour broth as their key components. The word yam refers to the vinegar, which actually gives the broth its sour taste. On hot summer afternoons or early evenings, when the body craves a light meal to stimulate the taste buds, bún yam nuoc is an excellent choice because the cold broth is refreshing and helps cool down your body.
Rồi bây giờ đầu tiên á, thì đậu và mè thì phải rang cho quý. Thì rang như vậy á, nó sẽ thơm hơn và mùi nó béo hơn. Bây giờ Bảo sẽ giúp quý rang mè này nha. Đấy, như thế này. Đấy.
Ok, chân chắc cái thuốc này hả?
Ok, bây giờ hiểu. Today, I also learned more cooking skills from Quy, such as frying rice paper and tofu, and preparing some shrimp. This dish requires many ingredients that I didn't expect. Quy shared some specific details about how to cook this dish, which is based on a historic recipe from the palace and was used for the mandarins and nobles of the past. The cooking method is more elaborate than normal, and the most delicate aspect is making the two types of broth.
Cái bọn bún dầm luộc này á, nó sẽ có hai dạng nước lèo. Nước lèo này á, thì được làm từ tương bừng. Nữa thì mình sẽ nấu cái loại nước dùng thứ hai, thì nó có vị chua thanh. Khi ngọt nhẹ cộng chua thanh, nó sẽ tạo ra một cái vị hòa quyện hơn và cân bằng. Mình sẽ cho một chút vào ở đây là đậu phụng. Bữa đậu phụng này sẽ làm cho cái phần nước dùng của mình nó hơi sệt lại.
The first broth is actually made from minced pork liver, bon soya sauce, peanuts, and roasted sesame seeds, giving it its rich flavor. When eaten, it has a rich, sweet, and nutty taste to it. To prepare it, we saute some onions, add minced pork liver, stir fry with bon soya sauce, and sweeten with sugar. We even add some more roasted sesame to bring out that full, complex, rich taste.
What a joy to see each of these different ingredients all come together. It's a real layered experience here, and working with Mr. Quy to be able to see how it comes together piece by piece, and using the fresh ingredients, the wet ingredients, and of course the meats. It's quite an experience. And of course, using a clay pot here like this is something new for me, something I'm not used to for my hometown, but overall it's working beautifully, and of course a really nice touch of history. This is how things were done hundreds of years ago. But yeah, let's keep digging in and see where this goes.
Thì mình sẽ ướp cá nha.
Yeah, the cá bông này hả?
Cá bông này là cái sản mình mua này. Cá này á, thì trong Đông Ý á, nó sẽ có gọi là dành cho những người mà bị kiểu như ngày xưa mà bị cảm lạnh á, thì người ta sẽ ăn với cháo gạo lứt. Và trong sách Đông Ý á, thì cũng có việc rằng là đây cũng là một giống như kiểu một món ăn, cũng giống như một bài thuốc vậy.
To balance it and achieve a sweet and delicate taste, we need to add a second broth made with goby fish right here from the Hương River. After cleaning the goby fish, we marinate it with spices such as shallots and fish sauce for about 30 minutes to allow the fish to absorb all those flavors. When the water finally returns to a boil, we add pineapple, tomatoes, a little rice vinegar, ultimately to give that broth a sweet and slightly sour taste, and of course, to eliminate that fishy smell. For the palace-style noodles with vinegar, the goby fish is used only for the flavor in the broth, and is not eaten by itself. Then we cook it in some water to make that broth, and continuously skimming off that foam to make sure it has that perfect clarity. Once the broth has reached the desired flavor, we add crab meatballs to impart a natural sweetness.
Oh yeah. Yeah, vì ở đây called hương vị thơm. Yeah, và ý cay rồi.
Có nghĩa là chua và ngọt là hai xí nữa mình sẽ cộng lại với nhau, nó sẽ tạo ra một cái vị mới. Đó là cách ăn tinh tế của người xưa.
Quá tuyệt vời. And I got to say right here is a perfect example of trying each of the ingredients by themselves and then seeing how it all comes together here in the end. And so far, I think that these two flavors are going to complement each other extremely well. Let's see what happens.
As we add the noodles and other ingredients, including ngọt, crab meatballs, shrimp, the two special broths, some rice paper, fresh vegetables, and don't forget Hui's signature spicy chili sauce. This combination creates a truly delicious dish.
Now comes time for my favorite part. We actually get a chance to taste everything as it's all come together. And as we were cooking, of course, getting a chance to see each ingredient one by one was a real treat. And I think overall, this is one of the most complex meals I've ever tried in terms of number of ingredients and work going into it. But I think that its flavor complexion will definitely be there as well. So let's mix her up and give it a try. And all right. All right. Trộn lên. Yeah, love it, love it. Yeah, indeed, it's really all about that broth. And after everything gets mixed together, the broth takes on a flavor and a life of its own. And so just by the first taste here, I'm already in love.
Combining the soft, chewy fish, crispy rice paper, sweet and sour fish broth, and rich pork liver sauce, they all fuse together to create a unique culinary experience highlighting Hui's traditional sweet and sour flavor palette. Hui is known for its many delicious dishes, but to discover a rare ancient flavor, we need to venture down a small alley to find Miss Kai's steamed tapioca dumplings. This round, small, delicate, and piping hot dish is one that anyone who tries it will surely want to eat again.
Tôi đã ăn bánh bột lọc trứng ở đây được 15 năm rồi. Cảm thấy hương vị rất là đặc biệt, không có chỗ nào có thể làm ra được hương vị như thế này. Từ cái vỏ bánh mềm, những bánh dai.
Thường thì mình hay ăn cái bánh bột lọc hấp lá. Thì lần này lần đầu tiên mình chuyển qua ăn cái bánh bột lọc hấp không có lá. Thì hương vị nó rất là lạ. Lần đầu tiên mình tới đây ăn thì cảm giác đầu tiên rất là ngon. Cái bánh, cái bột nó rất là dai, sực, ăn rất là lạ miệng. Kèm lại cái nhân ở trong rất là ngon nữa. Ở đây thì ăn rất là cay. Thì cái này thì mình ăn với cái nước mắm ngọt kèm với một xíu ớt sa tế rất là tuyệt vời.
I love digging deep into culinary traditions, and right here is bánh bột lọc. It's something I've had since day one here in Vietnam, but getting a chance to spend time with such a lovely family, including right here with em Phuong, Yeah, to get a chance to show me how to make everything by hand and walk me through all these ingredients. What a joy. And of course, there are some secrets that they have in here in these special recipes, but nevertheless, they're trying to do justice to those historic recipes that have really defined Huế and Central Vietnam for centuries. Có nhiều phiên bản khác nhau về bản bột lọc, nhưng mà ở đây không có lạ. Phải không? Đây sao giải thích đi?
Nói chung là hồi xưa thì mẹ mẹ thì tìm hiểu cách để làm cho khác biệt á. Thành thử đó mình trả được cái loại bánh bột lọc trứng như thế.
Gia đình của em đã làm bánh này bao nhiêu năm rồi?
Của đời mẹ truyền lại cũng là 3 đời rồi. Cách chim tôm của mình là nói chung là mình mỗi lần mình làm như trước là cũng phải đến 4-5 tiếng.
4-5 tiếng nữa.
Nhà đồng rồi hàng mới quẹo lại, tôm hàng mới chắc. Thì con tôm này á, lúc mình kho thì hàng nguyên vỏ. Nhưng mà tới lúc mình làm lên thành phẩm là mình phải cắt vỏ. Còn không là khách hàng ăn vào sẽ bị hấp á.
Ngoài ra thêm thịt heo phải không?
Cái này là mỡ.
Là mỡ heo thôi.
Cái này mình làm bôi trơn cái lòng bằng tay để trước khi mình bắt bánh để cho hàng.
Okay. So ở đây có một ví dụ. Một phần nhỏ. Okay. Thêm ít mỡ. Và ngoài ra bọc vào trên xác.
Hearing Phuong describe it all, I can sense the meticulous care put into making the clear tapioca dumplings. The tapioca dough is kneaded until it's smooth and then carefully shaped into flat, thin rolls. The filling is placed in the center, and the dough is folded around it to ensure it doesn't escape while it's cooking. Once shaped, the dumplings are steamed for about 10 minutes. As the white dough turns more and more translucent while it's cooking, it reveals that filling inside. Even if it's left out for a day, the dumplings remain tender and they don't harden up. Oil and fried shallots are brushed on top of the dumplings while serving. For those who like spicy food, they are accompanied by fish sauce and a small bowl of chili. For those who prefer more of a milder taste, the sweet and salty fish sauce alone provides a memorable flavor experience when enjoying Mae Kai's tapioca dumplings.
Such a wonderful treat now that it's actually here and we get to have it all in its finished form. And as an added touch, especially during plating, they actually add a couple of these fried onions to add that little extra crunch to it. But when you have all those flavors that mix together, especially like the pork along with that shrimp as well, you get that sweet, the salty, and that sour. And I think that it's a really great dish that exemplifies this whole area, and one absolutely that's worth trying.
These days, there are hundreds of colorful and delicious candies and treats. However, for people from Huế, the areca nut candy is king. Due to its irresistibly sweet flavor, it brings back those childhood memories of the early days, eagerly waiting for treats from the market. Areca nut candy has long been a nostalgic childhood taste for everyone from around Huế City. Now you can join us all to see exactly how we make this unique Huế-style areca nut candy. First, to make areca nut candy, you need some ginger. We wash the ginger thoroughly and crush it into small pieces. Next, we prepare the candy filling by caramelizing the sugar. Just like it sounds, we dissolve the sugar in water and stir continuously until it melts. As time goes on, the sugar turns to a shimmering golden brown and gradually thickens. At this point, we add the crushed ginger. It's crucial to carefully manage the heat to prevent the sugar from burning. Once it reaches the exact right consistency, we pour it into a small water bath to cool it down nice and gradually. Of course, the sugar will be extremely hot, so it takes a lot of skill to turn it over and achieve exactly the right softness. The candy's outer layer is actually made from malt syrup. We heat up the malt syrup, stirring constantly until it thickens. Then we stretch it out into a roll. We spread the malt syrup on a wooden table to wrap it around the cooled sugar filling. Once wrapped, we pull the candy into strands and cut it into circular pieces. From there, we use a knife and pestle to split the candy into quarters.
Từ đời ông tổ ông nội đó, đến ba mẹ đến đời của tôi là 4 đời rồi. Cái nghề này là cực quá mà hơn nữa là khó nữa. Cái nghề này là nói chung là truyền thống á, lâu rồi cho nên mình chỉ là nghề của mình phải là giữ lại nghề để mà làm.
Loại keo này phải làm bằng tay phải không?
Làm bằng tay thôi, nghề này làm bằng tay thôi, thủ công thôi, làm bằng máy cũng được. Phải nhắn tay không thôi là nó sẽ bể keo á.
Yeah, I've learned a lot about making candy here today. There's a lot of steps to it, but I think it's a really fun type of adventure. And of course, when we're dealing with something real like this, especially with temperature and hardness, we've got to hurry. So there's definitely an energy and a passion here as we're putting everything together and making sure that we get everything cut. But I got to say, it's a heck of a lot of fun. And most importantly, it's fun to be a little part of history here. You know, the kind of craft of handmade candies that has been going on for hundreds of years. Yeah, I love it. Keo này có hai màu, màu trắng, màu vàng.
Keo này là chỉ có màu này thôi.
Để nhìn như chào cao. Okay.
The candy is shaped like a small areca nut slices with the nut's 2 distinctive colors. The candy has 2 different parts. An inner part, a light yellow color, representing the areca nut seed, is made from caramelized sugar. The outer part, which is white, is made from malt syrup, which really represents the areca nut flesh.
Who doesn't like a good piece of candy? And I think that the betel nut here, it's something that occupies something really beautiful in Vietnamese tradition, especially when it comes to weddings and other special events. But in this case, we get a chance to have this candyified version, and I got the pleasure today of actually getting a chance to see how it's made from scratch, by hand with these 4 lovely ladies, and get a chance to try it and taste it. Feel that sweetness and all the different layers and styles and flavors that are all here within.
Hue City, the former imperial capital of Vietnam, boasts delightful traditional cuisine where visitors can experience a flavor-powered time machine. Indeed, for me too, tasting Hue's ancient, delightful, and sweet culinary tangs feels like a journey back in time. I am so grateful to those who have dedicated their time to researching, preserving, and developing these wonderful flavors.